Hello and welcome. You're watching News Now on Goa365 and I'm your anchor Subhashish Govekar. From Goa streets to world events, we bring you the stories that matter. And here's what's happening today. Police make a fifth arrest as teams fan out to track down the missing club owners. But as the net widens, so do the questions. Who failed and how did a ticking time bomb stay open until 25 lives were lost? Government tells the House that Indigo's own planning failures triggered the nationwide chaos that left thousands stranded. India's aviation oversight faces renewed scrutiny. The feast of Our Lady of Immaculate Conception draws thousands as the city celebrates one of Goa's most cherished traditions with prayer, pageantry and vibrant cultural spirit. And we begin with our top story for today. A major breakthrough in the Arpora fire case. Authorities have made a fifth arrest while a police team is already in tracking down the club owners linked to the tragedy that claimed 25 lives. Yet, as the probe widens, so do the questions. Who truly failed and why was this allowed to happen?
Are bureaucrats only responsible for allowing such incidents to occur? For days now, locals have been asking the same thing. Who allowed this to happen? How did a nightclub flagged for violations, facing demolition orders and repeatedly warned about safety continue to operate in the heart of a tourist belt? Was this simply negligence or was it under the connivance of elected representatives who ultimately hold the power? Because at the end of the day, this isn't about one owner or one manager. This is about the system. The bureaucrats tasked with granting permissions, enforcing compliance and shutting down illegal operations. If rules were enforced, who looked away and why? With senior officers being suspended, others under scrutiny are being examined, but will suspension make any real difference or is it merely symbolic? An administrative band-aid on a much deeper wound. After all, suspending a chief or a single officer does not explain how an entire chain of checks failed simultaneously. The Arpora fire has now triggered a full-blown political storm, with a sharp blame game erupting between the Arpora Sarpanch and the Kalangur MLA.
Everybody is trying to put the blame game on one on the other. Exactly. There is no blame game here. You have to take responsibility. As a government, we have to take responsibility. As a panchayat, they have to take responsibility. Everybody has to take responsibility. This has happened because of our negligence. How can panchayat issue license like this? What is this license? You see this license, read it. Nightclub license is being given in 2023 for this club. It's written over here, Burj by Romeo Lane. Is it legal? This is what I'm asking you. If the panchayat is issuing such licenses, what you are expecting?
But is it legal? We cannot give a nightclub license, can we?
This is being given. I came to know today. And because of this, the Sarpanch took press last night and is trying to shy away from his responsibility and putting the blame on the government. When I asked the secretary, show me the file, where is the license? Have you given them license? Secretary said, yes, we have given them license. I got the xerox from him today morning. He opened the panchayat, gave this license, he has given a copy to the police also. The whole file to the police. And afterthought is, somebody complained on this and then they are issuing him demolition. They brought a stay because they have a license.
But Michael, kitchen, basement, risk, it's a huge risk because see, you've been running restaurants, we know about this.
I am telling you that, see, we are all humans. Whatever has conspired from this license and whoever else is involved should be booked. In this coastal belt, all the so-called nightclubs which are there, which are running in the name of restaurant, should have all emergency protocols in place, especially from fire and emergency services. Blueprint stamped by them that everything is in place. Then they can start. Till then, please shut.
You are the best person because you are in the line. You know what are the loopholes, what are the not loopholes.
I will tell Honorable CM to form a committee on this from fire and emergency services, from pollution control board, from Director of Health Services and one person from the Panchayat, a secretary Sarpanch, and they should do a physical audit of all such clubs.
I जो सगळ्या लोकांमध्ये सांगता आयच्या ना बीजेपीचं रेजिग्नेशन दिता सीट सोडून दुसरा सीट हाडून दाखयता कितको जाता पळय कितको पावर लावनी बीजेपीचे कोण येता पळय तितके तेंचेर हांव उलयता आम आदमी जिकोंक काँग्रेस जिकोंक अथवा आरजी जिकोंक गॅरंटी घेता बीजेपी जिखची ना कालागुटान म्हाज्या 6 वॉर्ड मेंबरांनी म्हाका सरपंच केल्लो आसा सो हांव त्या मनशाक सांगूंक सोदता मायकल लोबोक तेणी ह्या 6 मेंबरांक घेवन म्हाजेर नो मोशन हाडचो हांव अवश्य देंवता.
As the political tug of war intensifies between the Sarpanch and MLA, the bureaucracy and the enforcement agencies, one thing is clear: enforcement failed and accountability vanished, while everyone points fingers. But until someone explains how a ticking fire trap stayed open under everyone's nose, all the blame shifting is just noise. Will anyone finally be held accountable? Nitiksha Gaonkar, Sahil Naik, Subhashish Govekar, Lindsay Menezes and Omkar Deshprabhu for Goa365.
India's aviation sector is under intense scrutiny tonight after the government told Parliament that the widespread disruptions in Indigo's network were the result of the airline's own internal planning failures. The statement comes after days of cancellations that left passengers stranded across the country.
Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu said Indigo struggled to implement the new flight duty time limitation rules despite being given advance notice and consultations with all stakeholders. He emphasized that once the safety norms were notified, it was the airline's responsibility to manage its crew and scheduling, and that its difficulties stem from internal complications. The crisis escalated quickly. From 3rd December, cancellations surged across major cities, ultimately running into thousands. Airports saw long queues, uncertainty amongst travelers, and widespread disruption into schedules, making it the largest operational breakdown in Indigo's history. In Parliament, the minister warned that strict actions will be taken to set an example for every airline. A full inquiry is underway into Indigo's crew management and regulatory compliance, with the government reiterating that safety norms will not be diluted.
1st November 2025, there have been new FDTL guidelines into place. We have had thorough consultation with all the stakeholders when we have changed it, and due process has been done for that. And in April, under the guidelines of High Court, under the order of the High Court, it has come into implementation. There were 22 FDTL guidelines, 15 of them from 1st of July and 7 of them from 1st of November. There was no problem from what was happening in 1st of July, and there were some variations that were required by the airlines for the guidelines which were proposed from 1st of November. There were multiple stakeholder consultations done, not only with Indigo, we have other players in the industry also, with everyone. Multiple stakeholder consultations regarding the FTL, where we have been very, very strict, saying that there has to be no compromise on safety. Safety is the topmost priority. We care for the crew, we care for the pilots, and we care for the safety of the entire system, we care for the passengers. So from the ministry, we have made it very, very clear to all the airlines that they have to follow the rules. 1st of November, since this has happened, DGCA has been in continuous consultation. They wanted some variations, all the airlines, not just one airline, all airlines have come back because they vary in the operations. Some are having night operations, some are operating heavily in the northeast, some have ATR specific operations. So even if you talk about airlines, they all have different kind of operations, and because of the operations and because of the FDTL guidelines, which is a uniform blanket on all the airlines, they all have come for different variations. DGCA has sat with all the airlines. Wherever there was no compromise on the safety, after thorough consultation and after thorough safety risk assessment, necessary variations, necessary exemptions have been given beforehand itself. And on 1st of December also, this was on 1st of November. What honorable member has also observed, we are talking about December 3rd, after 1 month. So there was 1 full month of operations in the new FDTL also. Why I am mentioning this point, even though we are saying because of the FDTL this situation has arisen, there have been lot of internal complications. This is a day-to-day operations thing that the Indigo should have maintained. Indigo was supposed to manage the crew, was supposed to manage the roster through its day-to-day operations. We are there to check if the FDTL is properly implemented or not, and there has been no compromise on that side. On 1st of December, we had a meeting with Indigo on FDTL itself. When they required some clarifications, we have given the clarifications also with that idea, and they have not flagged this issue. So everything was running normal till then. Suddenly we have observed this on 3rd. Immediately when this was observed, the ministry came into the picture. We have taken over the situation at the airports. We have consulted all the stakeholders. Then you have seen how things have unfolded for those 2 days. Definitely there was a lot of difficulty that has faced by the passengers. We are doing an inquiry and we will take very, very strict action, not only for this situation, but also as an example. We will set an example for all the airlines. If there is any miscompliance, any non-compliance or non-adherence for any single person, any entity or any organization or any operator functioning in this civil aviation, we will take very, very strict action so that we set an example in the industry.
Analysts say the incident exposes deeper structural weaknesses in India's aviation ecosystem, including limited competition and heavy dependence on a few carriers. The government says it now wants more players in the sector to strengthen resilience, even as airlines work to adjust their staffing and operations under the new duty time rules. Lindsay Menezes and Arun Naik for Goa365.
We'll be back shortly with more news after this short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The feast of Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception was celebrated in Panjim today with a vibrant display of faith and tradition. Devotees converged in large numbers to take part in the celebrations, turning the festival into a vivid showcase of Goa's rich cultural and religious heritage.
हांव खुशाल हांगासर पणजे इगोर्जेक येवंक ही इगोर्ज एके भाशेन माय इगोर्ज कित्याक हें शार आनी शारांत सरकारी अधिकारी आहात आनी पबीत सभेचे अधिकारी आहात आनी हो पणजेचो लोक खेरीत भाशेचो मोगाळ लोक आनीक बरे भाशेन येवकार दिवपी लोक पणजे कोणूच बेजार जायना पणजेचो लोक खंयच्यानूय एजास जावपाचो लोक आनी हें तें दाखयतात इतल्या भोक्तीपणान ताणें वांटो घेतला कालच्या दिसा म्हाका दिसा वेस्पराच्या दिसाक बरो फोग लायला ते हांव 2 फावट हे तिसरे फावट म्हजे हांगा येता फेस्त करूंक सो हांव खुशालकायेन येता आनी आंकवार मरेचो म्हाका व्हडलो मोग आहा आनी हांवें सांगलां ते भशेन आज ती निश्कळोंक गरज पंगोलली वस्तरी जिका देवान विचून काडली आपल्या पुताची आवय जावं आनी त्या उद्देशी आपल्या पुताक आमचे मदें धाडलो सो आयज सगळ्या आमच्या पणजेकारांक आनी तांच्या सोयऱ्यां दायऱ्यांक हांगासर बरी व्हडादीक परब भावंडेता आंकवार मरेचे विणवणेन देवान तुमचेर समेस्तांचेर आपली आशिर्वचनां शेकान शेक वतो म्हूण मागता देवाचो आशिर्वाद तुमचेर पडो.
I just want to wish everybody a happy feast of Our Lady of Mary Immaculate Conception. I'd like to wish all our parishioners. I would like to thank all of them for their support and everything that we've done, and may all their intentions be fulfilled.
We would like to wish the parishioners of Panjim, in particular, and all people of Goa and across the world a very happy feast of Immaculate Conception. Thank you.
Irshad Sheikh, Gautami Gaonkar and Muzair Sheikh for Goa365.
Don't go anywhere, we will be back shortly after the small break. And lastly, for the weather, Goa continues to remain under clear skies as IMD reports another dry day across the state, with temperatures hovering around 33 degrees and fog likely during early mornings. The week ahead looks calm with no major weather warnings issued. Here's more on the weather.
Goa woke up to dry and stable weather on Monday as easterly winds continued to dominate the lower levels of the atmosphere. Panjim recorded the lowest minimum temperature at 21.6 degrees Celsius, while the day's highest 33.4 degrees Celsius was logged in Mormugao. Humidity remained on the higher side, touching 86% in Panjim. The immediate outlook remains calm. The IMD forecast for the next 7 days predicts dry weather with partly cloudy skies and temperatures steady between 33 degrees Celsius and 22 degrees Celsius. Early morning shallow to moderate fog may appear at isolated places, lowering visibility for commuters. With no major warning for Goa itself, the state can expect a stretch of calm December weather, cool mornings, warm afternoons and clear skies, typical for post-monsoon period. Calm weather to dominate Goa. Fog and mist likely in the morning. Humidity to remain on the higher side at 86%. No weather warnings issued for the state. Maximum and minimum temperature for Tuesday 33 degrees Celsius and 22 degrees Celsius. Bureau report Goa365 with inputs from IMD.
That wraps up our top stories for today. You've been watching News Now on Goa365. For more in-depth reports and stories, visit our website at www.goa365.tv. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Goa365TV for continuous coverage and updates on stories that matter. Stay informed, stay safe, and we'll see you again this time tomorrow on Goa365.